Hey, thanks for checking in on Bathtub Sir, and I'm currently in the tub with Purrfect Date. If I could roll my R's, I would say that with a bit more vigour, but I can't. But anyway, this is something I never knew I wanted until it came along. It's a bit like the pepperoni dough balls from Domino's. I never knew they existed until I tried one, and now I have to have them constantly. That is what I get from Purrfect Date. Now I have a cat. I love my cat, his name's Harley, he's an absolute prince, but the only downfall to my cat is that I'm not sure he knows if I exist. If I was set on fire, running around the house, yelling for help, I'm pretty sure he'd just give me a lazy yawn and maybe go back to bed. So I'll sort of jump at the chance to have a bit more of a deeper interaction with cats, which Purrfect Date should provide. Now, I'm not saying I want to actually physically date a cat in real life. My cat's breath absolutely stinks and I'm happily in a relationship. But what I'm thinking is here, this could provide a nice insight into maybe what's going on in them sort of stoic, furry faces. So let's jump in. I've never played a game like this, and before we jump in, let's probably give you a bit more information. It was released on the 15th of December 2017, and it's priced at £7.19. However, there is a 10% discount that brings it down to £6.47, and that runs until the 1st of January 2018. Feels weird saying that. Now, it's developed by the Bay team, and of course, this is a visual novel slash dating sim. You may be reminded of previous games such as the Pigeon Romancer, A Hatful Boyfriend, or maybe more recently Dream Daddy. So let's go in and see how this plays. Current playthrough, no game in progress, yep. Chapter 1, let's do it, new game. So I've never played a single game like this. I've never played a dating simulator or anything like that. So I really don't know what to expect, and I'm a little bit disappointed because these aren't cats. Who the hell should we play as here? I mean, I'm drawn to this one. This is probably most like myself. I see myself in this guy, especially that smile. So, my name would be... Oh, what does the random name come up with? Hillary. No, my name is Dumfurper. It's a strange name, I know. I don't quite know where it originates from. I haven't checked out my family tree, but I'm Dumfurper. Oh, can you put one of them in? No, you can't. Okay, yeah, so Dumfurper. So let's go and jump into it. I look like I'm sort of like a lab coat or something on there, like a scientist. Autosave notification. Yes, I'm an angel and I accept, of course. Is it just on about autosave? Yeah. Where are the kitties, man? I need my kitty fix. Oh wow, that disco cat. It's pretty cool. Chapter 1. Is there voice acting in this? I don't know. I guess not. I'm not sure how long we've been sailing, but it feels like forever. I'm not feeling too well now, so it's a huge relief to hear the deck lad shout. Island approach! Make yourself ready! Okay, Joe, whatever you say, dude. I'm finally here. When I applied last month, I was just another broke student living off of baked beans. I didn't really think I had a chance of being accepted to be part of the prestigious Cat Island research team. Cat Island research team? Is this Cat Island, I guess? Or is it like a whale in the distance? It must be Cat Island. Yeah, here it is. The little black dot in the distance. Oh, okay, thank you for confirming that, Dunthorper. Growing bigger by the second, it is the infamous Cat Island, the place I will call home for the next few months. Cat Island? Is it just like solely inhabited by cats? Is that obvious? My heart momentarily skips a beat. What if there's been a mistake? What if they accepted someone else's application and accidentally sent the offer to me? I'll rummage about in my bag until I find the papers. DPRI, what the hell? DP Corporation, okay. Dear Dumfurper, we are pleased to be able to offer you the position of Research Assistant to Professor Pauper at our research facility on Cat Island. The position will be for an initial period of 8 weeks. Your contract will be sent separately. We look forward to working with you. Yours sincerely, Professor Pauper, PhD, BSc Honours, DPG. There's a lot of a lot of awards that I don't understand, a lot of titles. I know the did he have a PhD? I'm sure he did. No mistake. That's my name, right there in the top left-hand corner, Dunfurper. And there's his name at the bottom, the genius behind this whole operation. I'm guessing he's gonna be a cat, Dr. Pauper. Professor Pauper, science genius, and my new boss. I look up from my papers to see dry land rapidly approaching before us. It seems to be surrounded by a huge barrier of impenetrable black rocks. As we get closer, we're not slowing down, and I begin to worry that we're going to crash into them. Then, at the very last moment, we take a sharp turn to the left, and suddenly, we're sailing smoothly towards the jetty through an opening in the rocks. I blow out the breath that I've been holding and break into a smile. Nicely done, Skipper. The ferryman comes out from behind the steering wheel, ignoring my attempts at camaraderie, and shouts rather brusquely, "Take all your belongings, we won't be back for days, so don't leave nothing you'll need." Okay, Bob. Thank you. I smile weakly at the ferryman and his son and pick up my bags, ready to disembark. We glide seamlessly up to the wooden jetty and the sun leaps ashore to tie us off. He's greeted by a bulky man in a uniform, who I take to be a security officer of some kind. Zane Jones, that is a cool name. But why is your lower half of your face a lot more bloated than in here? What, are you like sort of storing nuts at this when this photo was taken? Anyway, Joe? Sir? Caught you a mouse. And then he laughs loudly, although he said the funniest thing he's ever heard. It's very disconcerting. What the hell is all that about? Wait, am I the mouse? The security guard remains surly and turns his attention to me. Let's be having you then. He holds out his large hand, which I assume is an offer to help me off the boat, but as I reach out to take it, he snatches it away, throwing me off balance so that I almost fall over the side. What a great start. ID card? Oh, I see, of course. I reach into my back pocket and hand over the laminated card I was given on the mainland. This is pretty interesting. Like I said, I've never played a dating sim like this. Maybe even like a visual novel game. It's quite a new genre to me, but in my sort of naivety, I was expecting to straight away be on a date with a cat. No sort of, you know, courting the cat beforehand or anything like that. That is such a backstory here. I like it. I'm engrossed. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm engrossed that we're heading to Cat Island. I feel for Dunferpa. I am Dunferpa. So let's continue. Cat Island security. Saving. Awesome. So, what's going to happen? Like, where are the cats? He barely looks at it before striding off, grunting over his shoulder. This way. Alright, Zane Jones. I follow him down a dirt track path and get my first proper view of the island. It's beautiful, lush and green. I'm already under its spell. After no more than a couple of minutes trekking, we're in base camp, which consists of an assortment of tents and huts. Among them are two more solid looking structures, one larger and one smaller. I presume these are the labs. It's painting a real picture, like so in detail. It's like a... Without sounding so stupid, it's like a proper story. Obviously, we're getting a lot of help from the art here, but I am immersed. The whole camp is moderate, but functional. It reminds me of an army outpost. I'm struck by the lack of people. In fact, there's no one around, apart from an older woman sitting outside, peeling a pile of potatoes. I'll smile and give her a little nod, but she just stares back at me. I think it's the writing. Of course, we're only sort of 5 minutes in here, but the writing seems to be pretty damn good. Miss Marigold. Oh, cheer up, Miss Marigold. It's not all bad. I'll try not to get paranoid. Right, on we move. Oh, is this me? Is this my tent? Here. He stopped at the largest of the tents, indicating that I should go inside. I feel rude just walking in, so I make my presence known first. Hello? A firm but friendly voice calls out. Come. Oh, Professor Pauper. No, he's not a cat. Another slight disappointment. Where are my feline friends? Oh my god, is he a professor or a student? Look at the state of this place. I walk in, and there he is, hunched over some documents. The great Professor Pauper. Sir, it's an honour to meet you. Yes, you must be Dunferpa. Come on in, my dear. Glad to have you on board. Good journey? Well, long. Yes, indeed. We're rather tucked away here. And let me offer you some refreshment. Water? Coffee? Something stronger perhaps? Whiskey? I'm fine, thank you. Just some water if you have some. It'd be rude to let you get a drink of whiskey on your own. I'd love a cup of tea if there's a pot on the go. I'm torn between the whiskey and the tea. It's a shame he doesn't offer to put the whiskey in the tea. You know what? We're gonna live a little. After a long journey, what better way to loosen up the body than to have a bit of whiskey? Well, if you're having one, it would be rude to let you drink whiskey on your own. Jolly good. I can tell you and I are gonna get along famously. He takes a swig from the bottle and passes it to me. I try not to show my self-consciousness and surreptitiously wipe the neck with my sleeve before taking a modest sip. Oh wait, doesn't want germs? It will take you a while to find your way and discover how it all works. So, for today, I thought I would just get you kitted out and maybe introduce you to some of the locals. The cats, that is. Yes, please, I can't wait for that. I believe you've already met most of the human locals. Oh? I've only met the ferryman and the security guard who brought me here. Yes, that's about it. And the lady outside? Ah, Mrs. Marigold. Her and her husband are the caretakers. Wonderful couple, the Marigolds. You'll meet them before too long. We're a tidy little family here at Dunferpa, and I'm sure you'll fit in nicely. Thank you, sir. I hope so. Okay, so, first things first. This is your basic kit. He begins going through a pile of things on his desk, explaining each of them in turn. This is your backpack. You can put everything in it. We'll be going on plenty of field trips, so it'll be very useful. As for your own water bottle, some disinfectant hand spray. Ah, these are heavy-duty reinforced gloves, which are essential when tackling cats out in the wild. Don't want any scratches from felines we don't know now, do we? I suppose not. I shove each item into my new backpack as he gives them to me. Likewise, these goggles are to be brought along on all field trips. This lot here. He indicates to a small pile of what looks like laundry. It's basic uniform, lab coats, masks, stethoscope, etc. Portable first aid kit, camping knife with all tools attachments. Finally, and without doubt most importantly, what have we got? Oh man, like a cat pad. This. He holds up something that looks a lot like a mobile phone, except it clearly isn't one. This is your catalogue. Oh, very good. I like it. Is it where we keep data on all the cats we've met? Catalogue? Yes, the name comes from its earliest version. It was initially designed to record and store data on the cats, scan them and log their details. And as you see, we've come a long way since then. What is this, like the catalogue 10 or something? Has it still got like an aux cable? Yeah, it's still got a headphone jack. Now, you can use it to communicate with the rest of our team. I've added everyone's contact details for you. Listen to music, take photos. There's even a pen that comes with it to insert microchips into the back of the cat's necks so that we can keep track of them. It is a very valuable piece of equipment, Dr. Thurper, and I need you to protect it above all else. Do you understand? I guess so, yeah. He's looking at me directly in the eye and clearly expects a response. Yes, sir, of course. I will look after it. Good. You'll get to know all the functions as you go along, but for now, I suggest we take a stroll out and see if we can't find a few friends to introduce you to so that you can try it out. Sounds good. He hands me the gadget. I feel a bit nervous taking charge of it, but also really keen to have a go. Yeah, I like new gadgets. I reckon we'd have a lot of fun with that. It's cool that we can listen to music. Right, so... Oh wow, this place is paradise. It's almost like a beach in Thailand, maybe. We head down to the beach, the professor explaining things as we go. The mixture of terrain on Cat Island is quite unique. Even in such a relatively small area you'll find forests, mountains, jungle, beaches, woodland, all of these different geological and ecological zones in one place. It really is most remarkable. It certainly is. Even the lack of wildlife is, in itself, quite remarkable. What do you mean, Professor? Well, put simply, there is a type of force field that surrounds the island, disallowing anything to enter. Hang on a second, a type of force field? Did he say put simply? You have to go a bit deeper than that, my friend. You mean literally anything? Absolutely. No birds, fish, or creatures of any kind can penetrate it. No fish. The poor cats. Forgive my lack of intelligence on this subject, but we're here. The professor lets out a disconcertingly loud laugh. I see what you mean. Well, there is, of course, one small break in this invisible wall, and that is where we built the jetty. But let's not get too bogged down in all this right now. What you need to know is that basically the island is shaped like a peanut. A peanut? Okay, like an 8 without the holes in the middle. He has picked up a nearby stick and draws a simple map in the sand. Yeah, okay, or a peanut, that works as well. I mean, I kind of like my sort of simile better, but it's fine, it's fine. This, our end of the island, is very well known to us now. We've been researching here for many years. The other end is not so familiar to us. We have encountered difficulties that have hindered our progress in the region. Whoa! What the frick? What was that? Oh man, how intriguing. What type of difficulties, Professor? Whoa, what have I done? Okay. No. I kind of clicked the wrong button here. Don't you worry about that. We're going to carry on with the game. Hopefully everything's fine. I definitely clicked off the game. Okay. Well, we're not as sure as we'd like to be, but what I can tell you is that the environment has an adverse effect upon humans, inducing nausea at the very least. And at the worst? Fainting, migraines, possible nerve damage. Gosh, that is serious. What, the island does this to us? Is there any sort of tablets we can take or something? As I say, it's best to keep away, but let's not go into all that now, my dear. You had a long day. For now, let's just say that we refer to the far end of the island as the danger zone, with good reason. Okay, I'm getting Archer flashbacks. I must ask you not to put yourself at risk by venturing beyond this mountain range here. He refers to the map once more, drawing a line just past the centre and an X through the end section. Alright, easy, don't go to the tip of the nut. There are wild, aggressive cats out there. I wouldn't want you getting too close to them. Unlike our lovely fellows closer to home. He's led me to a spot where a few cats are lounging about. What do you say we try out your catalogue now, Don Thurber? He stoops down and picks out one of the animals, a disgruntled looking cat who was sleeping under the shade of a palm tree. No way, look at this! Oh my god, I mean, I know he said there's no fish in the sea, but this dude's definitely not wanting for food, is he? Look at him. The cat lets out a displeased mewl but doesn't struggle. Its large body, middling with a long orange fur, just sort of hangs in the professor's arms in lazy resignation. I can totally picture how he's holding that cat right now. Would you like to have a go at scanning this delightful chap? I find the on switch and somewhat timidly activate it. Oh, okay, yeah, that's definitely working. The gadget immediately comes to artificial life, emitting a boop 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 sound with a red pulsating light. I select the app labelled CAT scan and it loads instantly. There's no delay on this thing. Wow, it must have a really good processor. The professor holds the cat towards me with arms outstretched. I'm sure he said the scanning chip was implanted into the back of the neck somewhere, but it's difficult to find this one's neck amidst the thick cloud of its fur. I blow to make a passing and press the catalogue to his skin. It's a bit like scanning groceries in the supermarket where I used to work. That should do it. And he plops the Marmalade Tom back into the shade. Sure enough, upon withdrawal, I find the cat has been successfully scanned. Oh, nice one, Don Thurber. You did it, dude. Floofy butt. Oh, wow. Meow. So it's like a Pokedex for cats. Name, Floofy butt. Gender, male. He's 10 years, 4 months. He's a red tabby, Persian, and he's got red eyes. Wow, that does seem interesting. Do cats have red eyes? I don't know. Amazing! Clever, isn't it? A large part of your job here will be to tag and scan the cats, such as Mr. Floofy Butt here. It looks like you'll have no problems at all in that area. Excellent work, Don Thurber. Thank you, sir. I can't wait to get started. Well, why don't you get a bit more practice with the catalogue and scan the rest of them while we're here? These 5 spend a lot of time together. They're like a little family, aren't you? Oh, yes, you are. The professor seems to be a genuine cat lover like me. I think we're going to get along great. Okay, here goes. No help this time. The professor steps back. The first cat I approach is very friendly, with beautiful what is that word? Is it calcio or calco? Markings. It comes towards me, already purring. Okay, cool. Look at this cat, Trixie. Meow. Hello, Trixie. How are you? Wait, have you got one eye? Oh, poor Trixie. So she's aged 3 and 8 months, and she's a short hair, an American short hair. See, the cat I have in real life, Harley, he's a British short hair. I think that's his breed. But he's like silvery grey, and she's got green eyes. Cool. Nice to meet you, Trixie. Next is an elegant, sleek, hairless cat sitting gracefully in the sun. She doesn't pay me much attention and allows me to scan her with minimal fuss. Oh, good lord. Oh my god, these cats creep the hell out of me. Snooty Booty. Oh, she looks like a pack of ham. It's terrible. Right. Snooty Booty. Gender female. 11 years, 1 month. Breed Sphinx. And she's got blue eyes. Yes, I know these blue-eyed cats, actually. I couldn't remember the name of the breed. But yeah, horrible. Not my cat of choice. I'm sure they're lovely. Maybe. Probably. But they could also be the spawn of Satan. The 4th cat I approach is a noisy one. He looks like a riot lad. Forgive me for using such a terrible phrase. This is McMurphy. Is he perhaps Scottish or Irish? Meow 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 meow. I imagine is how he would sound. McMurphy. He's 6 years. He's a brown crossbreed and he's got green eyes. Beautiful. Nice to meet you, McMurphy. He looks very boyish. And finally, the one I've deliberately been putting off until last, he's been skulking around the edges of the activity, eyeing me suspiciously, as though he could pounce at any moment. I laugh at myself, already projecting personalities onto these animals. Oh wow, the head's so flat. My god, did someone drop an iron on his head or maybe an anvil? Kibbles. I can't believe I just hissed into my mic. But what can I say, I'm immersed. I'm very much enjoying this game. So Kibbles, he's only 3, and he's a white British long hair. Okay, and he's got green eyes. Nice to meet you, Kibbles. Well done. I hope you enjoyed meeting some of the locals. The professor lets out a little laugh. I have a feeling you'll get to know them quite well in time. That's probably enough for your first day, don't you think? It's quite a lot to take in. I'm suddenly exhausted and grateful to be heading back to camp. Yeah, that was fun. I mean, I don't know about exhausting. You literally did just pet a few cats. But what can I say, Don Thurber? Maybe you're not used to hard work. Wow, this tent though, this This is not very nice to look at. Look at this crap. It's quite late by the time I've unpacked and settled myself, but I want to write my journal entry before I sleep. Wait, Dunfermline, this is your room? My god, dude, you've been here for like an hour. I'm guessing this is your backpack here, right? I'm surprised at how chilly it is. I've pulled my sleeping bag right up to my chin, but I still feel goose pimples bloom over my arms. Shivering, I rub them to warm myself up. It makes me smile to think that this inherent reaction to the cold is what will be keeping my new feline friends warm tonight. My eyelids close, thinking of cats, and the island, and the professor. The world around me drifts away as I float up into a dream. Good night, Dunfermline. Oh no, it's going glitchy again. What is that all about? Are we being watched? I'm not sure how long I've been asleep, but I wake with a violent jolt that leaves me sitting bolt upright. Is this going to be like a weird dream sequence? Is this island not what it seems? We already know there's danger to the north. What the hell? It's too dark to see anything, but I hear a rustling, and then a strange electronic noise. One that in my sleepy confusion I can't place right away. It's the catalogue. Boop, boop, boop. The catalogue. Acting on instinct, I scramble to my feet and follow the noise out of the tent. I look around me, and my fears are confirmed when I catch sight of a pulsing red light getting fainter in the direction of the forest. Wait, has our catalogue been stolen? I snap into action, running as fast as I can. Barefoot, dressed in my pyjamas, running at full speed into the forest in the dark of night. I must be crazy. Yeah, this could go wrong. The words of Professor Purrfect are ringing in my ears. I need you to protect it above all else. Look at these weird cat statues and cat caves. My legs are trembling beneath me. I stop, feeling my heartbeat heavy throughout my body. I wheeze in and out, my breath billowing in front of me in white puffs. I shouldn't feel like this. Why am I so dizzy? I try to get my bearings and realise I've blundered perilously close to the danger zone. This is really cool. Just this whole sequence here. What is going on? I'm so engrossed, and the music is amazing. Oh my god, look at them. They're out for blood. They're almost rabid. They look like panthers and jaguars. I can make out the shapes of some large animals in front of me before my eyes close and I drop to my knees. We're done for. We're done for. That's it, the end. We've been eaten. I open my eyes. Oh no, I have to keep saying this word. Okay, we better make a decision. The calico. The calico cat I scanned yesterday is sitting in front of me. She drops the catalogue at my feet. Tricksy, isn't it? She gave it back though, so can we escape? I pass out. Notice how Dunfermline is recounting this story, sort of, I can't tell if it's past tense or present tense. I mean, that's pretty bad for my reading comprehension, but like, is he looking back on this journey or what? Floofy Butt? He's talking. Okay. How would Floofy Butt sound? I mean, could we subvert his appearance? He looks like he'd be very butch, but maybe he's like, hello? Can you hear me? Are you okay? That's McMurphy. What is it? Don't be ridiculous, Kibbles. It's a human. Oh, yeah, yuck. I can smell it now. Smells like a human. Oh, do be quiet. Are they alive? Of course it's alive. It's breathing, you imbecile. Why isn't it moving? Would you come on and give us some space? Move back a bit. Yes, stand back. Move out of my way. Let me have a proper look. I begin to come to. The Sphinx cat is standing over me as I open my eyes. We stare at each other for a moment while I try to take in what's happening. Is this... Oh wait, who's Snooty Booty? Yes, it's Snooty Booty. I'm a little bit thrown off because the portraits or the Polaroids don't look the same as the artwork here, but it's fine. Is this one defective? Oh, I feel sick. I've got to puke. The cats watch me intently. Am I going insane? Ow! My head! What is it chattering about? They're scared and confused. Let me talk to them. Human, are you alright? You! I remember. You took my catalogue. Oh, well I gave it back to you. It's back in your pocket now. I try to reach into my pocket and realise my hands are scratched to shreds. That's not good at all. Oh! What's wrong with my hands? I try to stand. Ow! Oh, my feet! What happened to me? Yeah, I guess that's from all the climbing. I told you it wasn't ready for that. What's that? Ready for what? Its anatomical structure is far too delicate. I tried to slow it down. Yeah, Floof, you tried restraining a human who's that determined. It was like a margay. Its anatomical structure didn't seem that delicate to me. I was like a what? Doing what? You made your own way back to the beach. Okay, but that doesn't explain... I show my bleeding hands. Ah, you crawled, Kara. Kara? Who's Kara? That's not my name. It's a term of endearment. It's an Irish thing. Oh, he's Irish. Okay, well, let's nip this in the bud right now. There will be no Irish impressions for McMurphy. Maybe one. It's an Irish thing. And that's it. It's inappropriate. Wait, I crawled? You sure did. Like a cat. Yep. All the way from the mountains. Like a bleeding mountain lion. Impressive. But why? Because you got the sickness. Shh. Maybe you should sit down, human. We need to have a talk. Possibly a long talk. Talk? Yes, that's right. How the hell are these cats talking? I suppose it's going to be your next sentence. Since when can cats talk? Oh, for goodness sake. Since the dawn of time. How else do you think we communicate? Ah, stop splitting whiskers, Major. You know full well that the human is saying, I think the revelation here, Kara, is that you can understand us. Major? Is he referring to this one as Major? I'm guessing my voice is way out of place for him, but it's okay. Yes, that too. Will someone please explain what the hell is going on here? Well, we don't fully understand everything ourselves, at least not all the details of how this works. I think being stood in a forest surrounded by a bunch of talking cats is about as much detail as anybody would want. I agree, and more to the point, we were rather hoping you would be able to help us. You aren't a scientist, after all. What we do know is that the clock has started ticking for you. What do you mean? Well, there's no easy way to say this to you, Kara. You'll be catified. I'll be what? Whether you help or not, you don't have a lot of time before... If I may, it would seem, and we are basing this on our experiences to date, that when a human manages to find themselves in what I believe you call the danger zone, they are vulnerable in ways that they previously were not. That is to say... You're screwed! You're not helping! Don't make me... Whoa! Mountain lion! There will be no violence of any kind. Forgive me for being a bit panicked here. The vulnerability to which Snooty Booty was referring is, simply put, if you were bitten or scratched by an elder cat within the danger zone, you'll begin a process of change that ultimately will result in a full feline transition. Catified. Wait, hang on a second, we're being turned into a cat. So basically, you're telling me I'm a werecat? I look down, and in amongst the scratchings on my right hand are two distinct puncture marks. The reality of my situation descends on me like a cold mist. Basically, yes. My head is spinning. This is too much for me to take in. Take a breath now, Kara. You're not looking so good. What? Have I started to change? I feel my head for ears, fur. Everything seems to be normal. No. I just meant you're looking a bit shaky. Understandably so. I take a few deep, steady breaths and calm myself enough to say, okay. So, why? How? What? Give me some data. What have you got so far? Look, we'll answer anything that we can, but the truth is, we have more questions than answers ourselves. So, you said you need my help. What exactly would that entail? Well, finding our friends would be a start. The cats on this island, they're going missing. We don't know what's happening to them, but the body count is rising and we've hit a wall. A wall of ignorance, maybe? Really, how many times do I have to tell you? The Muellers are to blame. Muellers? Now, Floofy Butt, there is no need for name calling. Speaking of name calling, oh, wrong voice, I'll remind you to call me Major, madam. Look, they can't help the way they are. It's a lack of breeding, you know. And you know what? I've been thinking here for the last minute. I have to think about ending the episode. I do hate to say it, but we can't have this go on too long. But man, Purrfect Date. I really want to see where this goes. So let's get this straight. The story is we've come to Cat Island as a trainee or a young researcher, excited by the prospects of working with a master in the field. We've been bitten and turned into a werecat. So come nightfall, we're going to turn into an actual cat. I can't wait to see what we look like. This went beyond all my expectations. So like I said before, I skipped out on the Hassiful Boyfriend and the Dream Daddy and stuff like that. They didn't appeal to me in the slightest, and to be honest, if I weren't making these videos, Purrfect Date would have skipped right by as well. But this seems really cool in terms of sort of art style and being about cats, so I thought I'd give it a go. Plus it's very talked about at the moment, and I can really see why. I read a very favourable review in Kotaku about the game, and yeah, it just, I can see that the praise is deserved. I definitely recommend this game. If you're even new to the genre, give it a go. It's only £6 or so, and I think you're going to get a really cool experience out of this. I'm excited to keep playing. You know what? I'm kind of wishing I made a Let's Play series out of this. So I think it's written incredibly well. I think the presentation is brilliant, and it's just a fun time. So I'm going to leave it there. But if you enjoyed this episode of In the Tub with Purrfect Date, please go ahead and leave a like. It helps a great deal, and I really do appreciate it. If you want to see more, we do In the Tub with every Monday, as well as Let's Plays on the channel, and we live stream twice a week. So there's plenty here for you. Please go ahead and subscribe, and I can bring that to you. If you've got any questions you want to raise, what do you think about Purrfect Date? Have you played it yourself? Has this interested you? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll make sure I get back to you. Alright, see you.